Welcome back, guys. SimFBallCritic here, and I have the live stream up here. This is from the MUT live stream that was done earlier today by EA Sports, and this is just the gameplay, only the gameplay portion. I did a poll earlier today, and guys only want to see the gameplay. They weren't interested in seeing the other MUT things. I suggest if you want to see that, head on over to Twitch and look at the past broadcast by EA Sports. All right, so here it is, guys. Gameplay only. Like always, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think.
We have it on Rookie. It's only 2-minute quarters. Yep. This is a great opportunity to get your feet wet with the game, but you're also killing two birds with one stone because you earn yourself some, coins and a reward, I believe, for completing the challenge. So I highly suggest, people, when you get the sticks and, you're first, breaking in the game, this is a great challenge to really get into right away.
Yeah, it's a great one because not only are you getting a very high coin reward for a usual rookie challenge. As soon as you complete it, that's the last task in the level 1 managers list.
Yeah, exactly.
So as soon as you complete it, you get the plus 1,000 for beating them, and then you get another plus 1,000 plus a badge for completing the entire level 1 managers list. There's a lot that we're trying to reward you early on, so we can get you into the mode and get into that. Look at those billboards.
So what you see right here too is I don't believe we've shown this on stream yet. We've shown the kick arc before, but this is the kick arc when you're on the rookie skill level. It kind of stays up on screen, and as you can see, it shows you the prediction logic if you get full power, medium power, or short power. And then you also see, if you look at the kick meter here as I'm kicking the ball off, you see it kind of switches now. So kicking's a little bit more difficult. If I want to kick it more to the right, I'm no longer just going straight down and up. Right, well, kicking, yeah. You kind of got to go down to the left and then aim to the right a little bit. It's on rookie, sure. So it's a pretty big meter right now.
Wide, yeah.
But it does make it more difficult when kicking instead of, it's more of like a Tiger Woods feel.
Yeah, and
something I really enjoy.
And the kick meter too is going to be wider depending on how close you are. So for an extra point, it's wide. Versus, if you're trying to kick a 55-yard field goal, it's going to be much tougher.
Absolutely. And let's keep in mind the AI's on rookie right now, so they might not have the best, performance.
This is also, like you said, it's a rookie challenge, but it's also a team. It's a roster of players that we brought down a little bit just to make it easy for entry-level players to get their first win. So yeah, the AI is a little bit lacking in talent and skill right here.
I say that now with my luck, watching this pound the walk down my throat, and I not be able to do nothing. Another thing I love doing right now in this challenge is going to my defensive camera as I'm playing D here. We have the all new. You could cycle through the cameras this year. I really like this defensive camera when I'm pass rushing the quarterback.
So real quickly, Billy, we just saw that there's a little bit of new presentation as far as when you're showing the lineups. It actually shows the player items themselves, not just the pictures like if you're playing CFM or playing out, which is really neat.
Yes, as Dave just mentioned, as you just saw on the screen, now when we start basically telling you who the starting lineup is, we'll not only show, last year we showed the player head, this year we're showing the actual player item. And we'll be, it's a great little tool, great little highlight.
Oh, there's that hatcher.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but I get excited.
I know, no.
Which is
hey,
really,
if you're not passionate about football, about video games, what are you doing, right?
Which is really cool if you're, you're playing against a guy and you don't know which version of, whatever player he has. You can kind of see that.
That is an awesome point.
When the lineups come up, maybe you think he's got the rookie Johnny Football, but he's got some other item that might come out.
As you saw in the
fingers
first,
crossed. I'm pulling for Johnny Football.
Oh, I'm pulling for Johnny Football too. He's too much of an athlete.
Hoping to get something.
Hey, here he comes. Let's go. Ace Boogie himself in a Titans uniform. I like that.
How did you become a Titans fan? Are you from Tennessee?
Interesting question. No, I am from New Jersey, but. But my first game I ever went to, hopefully everybody knows this game, was I have family in Nashville, and I went to the Music City Miracle.
Wow.
Which was, for many who don't know, that was the Titans' first Super Bowl run. And it was the epic play of they were down, I think, by it must have been like 4 or 5 to the Bills.
Yeah, I remember.
Maybe 3 seconds to go.
That.
Yeah, Frank Wycheck.
You were there?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so
right.
I was
a
soccer player up until then. Then I went to that game and I was like, all right, I'm playing football. And it was on from there. It was awesome.
Yeah, let's get to some more questions while RG's playing here. Mike, if you want to get us some, and I'm going to go ahead and hit Twitter as well.
Oh, what up?
From Trevor on Facebook. Did you earn legendary packs or packs from solos?
The question is, can you earn legendary packs from solos or pro packs from solos? No. As of right now, with our new point system, it allows you to do a whole lot more. It allows us a lot more flexibility. At this point in time, no, you cannot unlock the pro pack or legendary pack through solos or sets. Not.
Here's one from Chase on Twitter. He says, will there be less Browns items and more Cowboys this year? That's probably a shot at our boy Airwolf over there.
Yeah. Refer all your Browns concerns to @MUT.
What, you don't want Joe Hayden, Chase?
I want to know a little more about flashbacks. How do you get the flashback items?
Okay, the question is, you want to know more about flashbacks. How do you get the flashback players? First of all, let me start off by saying they are dominant. I have all of them on my kit back at work. They are achieved by playing a lot of games or going through the auction house and getting a lot of elite and gold badges. I'm telling you, badges is the awesome new currency that you can really utilize this year in unlocking premium content. And amongst that premium content is flashbacks. So find a lot of badges, earn them through solos, seasons, completing sets, and enter them into that flashbacks set. You'll earn a flashbacks pack, and you'll get one of, I think, 12 flashback players. It's random, but they're all sick. And they will all instantly improve your team. They're also all auctionable tradable. So anybody who unlocks a few can go ahead and post an auction block for 1 million coins, whatever they want. Yes. Okay, so we're getting a lot of
Here we go. Yes, sir. This is Dan Mutt on Twitter.
It's not. I don't think it's not just Dan Mutt. There's guys who
There's
are,
more.
who are
Yeah.
asking plenty. It's,
specifically, is there tax in this year's MUT?
Yeah, we're not going to beat around the bush any longer. Yes, there is tax in this year's MUT, just like last year. Sorry to say that. Yes, there is tax. There is tax in this year.
One thing, we got Giovanni Bernard, and one thing you guys will notice right here is I put my tempo into a no huddle tempo since I'm in 2-minute warning territory, and what that does is I no longer am forced to press the Y button.
I was just going to ask that. That I did not even know about that feature. That's why we have a program.
Yeah, it's really helpful. And on top of that, I'll get into it a little bit later. We also have, and I think all the MUT heads out there right now are going to be really excited about this one. We also have a chew clock tempo. So all those, before I know you would do solo challenges and it would be kind of tedious. You had the game over and you kind of just got to sit there and wait for 40 seconds to come off the clock. Now you could go ahead, put it into chew clock mode, and what that will do is milk the play clock. And I'm in there.
Oh, let's go.
And what that'll
That's
do?
the speed. That's the speed.
What that'll do is milk the play clock, so you only have 10 seconds left, but it also takes time off the game clock, so you're able to get through these solo challenges much quicker. I'll show that off towards the end of the game, but it makes doing solo challenge so much of a less tedious task. It's a great functionality. I'm really excited about that one this year.
All right, this one. If I can get it to pull up here, Billy. This one is from SimFBallCritic. He's one of our game changers. He asks, why should a person that has never played MUT before play this year?
If you're going to start playing MUT, this is the year to start. We are basically making it a lot easier for new players to enter the mode, get a much better understanding of it. We're offering weekly information. We're trying to update users on a weekly basis, daily basis, to try and make them aware of what's going on. Since we are a live service, it's also this year we're trying to make it a lot more user-friendly in the way of sets. As you've seen, they're all repeatable, so every pack you unlock or earn, everything has value to it this year, as opposed to last year where you would pull all these bronze cards, all these coaches, stadiums. Like, what am I using this for? Now every single pack you earn, every single pack you unlock has value in it, and it's a lot easier to grow your team this year. There's a big saying around the office this year from MUT 15 is it's easy to make a good team, but it's hard to make a great team. You have to work to make that 90 OVR team. But you can grind and play some solos and some seasons games, and you will get that good team in no time.
Here's one from MUT CCC. When will the Campus Hero Billy Shots item be dropping into packs?
That's a great question. I don't know why it hasn't already. But unfortunately, with the NCAA going on, we have to try to avoid college Campus Heroes. I know Campus Heroes was a great little program in 13, but unfortunately for all of us here, NCAA, it's a little touchy subject. We'll have to address it some other time. But as soon as Campus Heroes is available, the first card that's out, the first item that's out, the first player that's out is @Shouts47. The second might be Guru. Might be my Guru.
Eddie Kush from Facebook wants to know what packs will be available at launch.
Eddie from Facebook wants to know what packs will be available at launch.
Okay, on launch day, as of right now, we have just Pro Packs and Pro Pack bundles, as well as the Gold Value Pack, which is last year's Gold Upgrade Pack available. That's not saying that that's final. As of right now, Pro Packs will be the only thing that will be available at launch. That being said, we have a lot more promo packs at our disposal, but at launch, yes, it'll just be Pro Packs.
Very cool.
Another one from Twitter. Can you explain how dupes will work? Duplicate items will work.
How will dupes work in Madden 15? That
all right, that's a very good question. We don't like dupes around here, so that's not going to happen anymore. You can have, if you have like 3 different Richard Sherman types, then yes, you can have them in there. But if it's the same player, the same, a player item ID, if it's the same player version, no, you cannot have 2 of the same Richard Shermans on both sides. Dupes are out.
All right,
to elaborate a little further, that's not saying that you can earn them and send them and hold on to them as much as you want, but as far as starting in game, there are no dupes this year.
So define what a dupe is then, too. Like, so it has to be,
a dupe is,
it has to be the same exact item.
It's the same exact item. Same player data, same everything, same program, same tier. That is a dupe. Okay. And that you can't do that anymore.
So if you just happen to pull... Yeah, okay. So if you just happen to pull 2 of these Reggie Waynes, you couldn't put them both in your line.
No, you have to trade, auction, add to the Colts Elite set, and start the other one.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead right now, guys. I'm going to turn the chew clock tempo on. You see, I'm kind of, winning the game. I kind of just want to get through this challenge. So we're going to put chew clock on, and what you'll see is it brings me down to 10 seconds on my play clock, and now we're almost out of the quarter. It's literally going to speed up.
Can you elaborate a little bit further on the chew clock? Just the fact that most guys may not be familiar with it. Like, so, what does it do? Because I don't know.
So what it's going to do is it's going to take as much time off the clock as it takes to get your play clock down to 10 seconds. Okay. So before in Madden, you would have to wait 40 seconds when you're trying to kill the clock. Now I put it on the chew clock, so I pick my play right away. We take 30 seconds off the game clock for you right away. So you're getting through the game much faster rather than, sitting there and waiting for the seconds to tick down. It makes it a lot less tedious. Let's show it off real quick right here. I know the guys that do solo challenges, that grind them. I used to grind them last year. I know they're going to love this tool, and it's also going to be great in competitive play as well when the games are wrapped and you're ready to kind of just get it. So you see, we're at a minute. They're wasting their timeouts.
They're wasting it.
Every time I want to show something off. Well, hopefully,
it's all right. They got 3 timeouts to burn, but after that's over.
The great thing is now too, if I get this first down and get them out of timeouts, we'll be able to end this game extremely.
Oh, let's go!
We'll be able to end the game extremely quickly. So,
all right, this one from Mid-Os on Twitter. He wants to know, what are badges?
What are badges? We'll have to rewind and go to the beginning of the stream.
Well,
badges.
He wasn't paying attention.
So let's elaborate. Badges are a new form of MUT currency, I guess, if you will. You can unlock them through solos, sets, and seasons. And the more you get, the more you can use in our quote-unquote the vault. In the vault is where you unlock, with your new badges that you've acquired, that is where you unlock premium content that you can only find there, such as flashbacks, such as awesome alternate uniforms, as well as our Monday Night Heroes program.
First down here after the run.
Oh yeah, check out for more information at launch, or for more information at any time that you get Madden Ultimate Team, check out the MUT Hub. We're going to have 3 slides in the live panel that shows you and kind of demonstrates what you need to do to earn badges and then what you're going to use them for.
Very cool.
So
MUT Hub.
as you can see, guys, right now we got about 1:30 on the clock. Usually I'd have to wait, 30 seconds to get it down. I'm going to go to QB nail, and it just takes it right straight down to 1:10 left on the clock. So you're able to get out of these situations so much quicker. You see, so
Oh, nice.
we're at a minute right now.
So you used to have to just watch that.
You used to have to watch that whole thing. Now I go to QB nail, bang, we're right back down
Yep.
to it. And just like that, the game will, pretty much be over.
All right, I'm gonna have to go ahead and address this one as well. Chicago Sports on Twitter asks, will there be multiple player trades this year? Unfortunately, no, there will not be multiple player trades this year. I know a lot of people are upset about that, but we ran into the fact that there was we thought it would avoid scamming, but it almost promotes more of it. So we had to cut that out. Very sorry, but no, there will be no multi-trades this year.
While we're on the subject of scamming, what kind of things do you suggest to people while we have their attention to prevent them from getting scammed? Because we see this issue, people.
Yeah, it's hard for me
phishing.
to give you a concrete answer as to how to avoid being scammed. First off, we will never ask you for your gamer info at EA. If you make any of those ridiculous pop-ups where they ask you for all your password and email and account information, and they'll give you a million coins. 99% of the time, that's not us. And whenever
100% of the
yeah,
time.
100% of the time, that is not us. We will never ask for information.
Don't forget, guys, every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Sim Standard Radio. Give us a call at 914-338-0794.